We too have heard the reports about a ransom letter in the media. As a family, we are doing everything that we can. We are ready to talk. However, we live in a world where voices and images are easily manipulated. We need to know, without a doubt, that she is alive and that you have her.
To those imposters who are trying to take advantage and profit from this situation, we will investigate and ensure you are held accountable for your actions. We have made one arrest related to an imposter ransom demand, and a complaint will be presented to a magistrate judge later today.
Like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notifications anytime I go live or make a video. Y'all already know what to do. Let's get into this. All right, let's get to Savannah Guthrie real quick because I thought this was the craziest story ever. Now, let me say this, and I'm going to make a prediction. And I'm not saying it's 100% correct, but I'm just, as I'm getting details and information about the scenario and the situation, I lived in Tucson the majority of my adult life, and I understand the demographics of where her mama lived, and I put all that together. I think this was a family member or someone that they knew that have gotten grandma, or at least her mother, and has gotten her hostage. Either they have already taken her life or they're trying to hold grandma or her mother so that they can get Bitcoin or something else they're demanding from people. I do not think this is something other than that. It does not appear to me that Savannah Guthrie is involved in any cartel behavior. If you look at where her mom was living, which is right off Campbell and Sunrise, which I lived off Sunrise and Campbell. But when you go a little bit further north, Sunrise and Campbell is where all the big houses at. And it's a wealthy neighborhood. I'm not sure if the neighborhoods up there are gated. I actually knew one of my friends lived exactly in the same area. It's $1 million homes, very affluent area. It's kind of secluded, so it's not very easily accessible. You kind of got to know where you're going to get up there. And with all of that being said, and I'm going to play some evidence for you guys, I'm going to play some of the news coverage, but I just wanted to make my opinions known right up front, is I think that we're going to discover that this is a family member or somebody that they knew that's trying to frame this as this big hostage situation in order to extract money from their family member, Savannah Guthrie. That's what I think. I don't think the cartel move like this. I don't think they have any reason to get a 70-year-old lady. Bludgeoning her is not a good way to get money from anybody because she could lose her life and you don't have any leverage. So I think this is very like an unprofessional deal where it's somebody that they know is probably doing this. Hey, what's going on, y'all? I'm so excited to tell you guys about this incredible golf event, Golf for Life. I want to help Save the Storks raise about $75,000 to help with all of the great things that they do for women and for children who are not yet born. All right, so this is the deal. Golf tournament at Longbow Golf Club. It's in Mesa, Arizona, February the 25th. Individual golfers pay $200, which is substantially less than if you just went on your own to Longbow Golf Club. Also, a foursome is only $700 for 4 people to go and play golf and have an incredible time. And included is range balls, the grab-and-go breakfast, lunch, 2 drink tickets, and also a player's gift. And if you're a business, you need to know this. This is very important. I've done this and sponsored this position every year that I've been at the Save the Storks event. Now we're the title sponsor. But if you're a business, $2,500, you'll get a foursome and all of the things included by sponsoring a whole. If you're a smaller business, you have opportunities to sponsor at a lower level. Go to SaveTheStorks.org and click on events, or go to SaveTheStorks.org/AZ Golf for Life. We're going to have a freaking blast. We have a blast every year. I want to see you there. Come to Mesa, Arizona, February the 25th. Come hang out with your boy. Let's golf. Let's have cigars. And let's have an incredible time raising money for a great cause. So let's go through the news coverage so we can be up to speed on what's going on in the latest, okay? Let's go to the first clip.
Right to what is a deeply personal story for us. Nancy Guthrie, Savannah's beloved mother, has been reported missing in Arizona.
Nancy, who is 84, was last seen Saturday night and reported missing on Sunday by family members.
Savannah saying in a statement, on behalf of our family, I want to thank everyone for the thoughts, prayers, and messages of support. Right now, our focus remains on the safe return of our dear mom. We thank law enforcement for their hard work on this case and encourage anyone with information to contact the Pima County Sheriff's Department at 520-351-4900.
In a news conference late last night, the Pima County Sheriff said multiple teams responded to the scene.
This is very concerning to us. You don't typically get the sheriff out at a scene like this, but it's very concerning what we're learning from the house.
The sheriff adding that Nancy Guthrie has no signs of cognitive issues.
She's has no cognitive issues at all. She's very alert, very of good sound mind. Just some physical, 84 years old.
She's 84 years old, so that makes her even older than what I thought she was. So obviously that's a very frail person, and I don't see anybody that's have any intentions to extract money from somebody going after an elderly person like that. So here is a message from the family, and just so you guys know, I worked in Tucson as a Tucson police officer. This is in the county, so that's why you see the sheriff responding to this situation. Wrote a clip.
On behalf of our family, we want to thank all of you for the prayers for our beloved mom, Nancy. We feel them, and we continue to believe that she feels them too. Our mom is a kind, faithful, loyal, fiercely loving woman of goodness and light. She is funny, spunky, and clever. She has grandchildren that adore her and crowd around her and cover her with kisses. She loves fun and adventure. She is a devoted friend. She is full of kindness and knowledge. Talk to her and you'll see.
The light is missing from our lives. Nancy is our mother. We are her children. She is our beacon. She holds fast to joy in all of life's circumstances. She chooses joy day after day. Despite having already passed through great trials of pain and grief, we are always going to be merely human, just normal human people who need our mom. Mama, if you're listening, we need you to come home. We miss you.
Our mom is our heart and our home. She is 84 years old. Her health, her heart is fragile. She lives in constant pain. She is without any medicine. She needs it to survive. She needs it not to suffer. We too have heard the reports about a ransom letter in the media. As a family, we are doing everything that we can. We are ready to talk. However, we live in a world where voices and images are easily manipulated. We need to know, without a doubt, that she is alive and that you have her. We want to hear from you, and we are ready to listen. Please reach out to us. Mommy, if you are hearing this, you are a strong woman. You are God's precious daughter, Nancy. We believe and know that even in this valley, He is with you. Everyone is looking for you, Mommy, everywhere. We will not rest. Your children will not rest until we are together again. We speak to you every moment, And we pray without ceasing. And we rejoice in advance for the day that we hold you in our arms again. We love you, Mom.
Love you, Mom.
We love you, Mom. Stay strong.
We love you, Mom. We love you.
Now, you know, the ransom stuff is kind of weird to me. I don't understand. I don't know what is reasonable or not reasonable to do when it comes to putting the information out there to the public and stuff as a family. You know, maybe doing stuff like this actually works. Maybe compel the person to want to give the family member back. Maybe their intent is to make it public, so therefore there's pressure on the family. I'm not really sure. But let's get to some other clips. I think 108 is the next clip that we could put some context on it. Roll the clip.
But there were 4 things that stuck out to the former agent who spoke to me after he watched Savannah's message. Those 4 things are: 1, humanizing the victim, which is Nancy. Savannah made comments about her mom and who she is as a person. Number 2, the former agent says he doesn't think this is a direct plea to kidnappers, which you'll hear him explain in just a moment. Number 3, family wants proof of life. They want to know she's alive. And 4, he thinks there has been a lack of communication between a potential kidnapper, law enforcement, and family. So this is family making that step. Here's more of a breakdown from that agent tonight.
They're humanizing everyone here to make, if there are kidnappers out there, to make those kidnappers feel like maybe they should care. We've all acknowledged there's a ransom note. It appears to me that the investigators aren't 100% convinced it's legitimate. At one point, Savannah's sister mentions, "Mama, we need you to come home." So she's talking directly to the victim as if she has control of coming home herself. That was interesting to me. It seemed to leave the door open a little bit for this not to be a kidnapping.
Pretty interesting. Let's go to clip 107, TMZ's ransom note. Roll it.
You actually got an email sent to you that appeared to be a ransom note. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it was very startling. Yesterday, around 11 o'clock, in the 11 o'clock hour yesterday, we got this email, and when we looked at it, it certainly, we took it very seriously because there were things in it that made it clear that this could be a legitimate ransom note. We immediately contacted the Pima County Sheriff's Department, spoke to investigators there, and passed along that information before we published our story about this. We talked about it on TMZ Live, obviously. Now, you know, we gave police all of the information from the note. We didn't put a lot of the details out there, except to say that, and this is the reason we thought that it could be legit, there was a mention of amount of money that they wanted delivered in Bitcoin. And they mentioned certain things that would be known to be in Nancy's home. We cannot confirm whether those things actually were in the home, but I think it's clear the reason they put it in the note, they wanted the authorities to know that they're legit. So obviously the police will know whether those things were real or not. But I can tell you that the police, as they announced yesterday, that they are taking it very seriously. They're tracking it down, hoping that there's a lead in there. And as a sign of how serious they're taking it, we got a call from the FBI yesterday afternoon, and we spoke with FBI agent as well as Pima County detectives were on the line at the same time, and they just wanted whatever information we had about where this came from, and, you know, because obviously they're trying to track down who could possibly have sent this if it is indeed legit.
Now, let me put this in perspective for you guys. I think this will be good to note as well. And the reason why I do not think this is a real kidnapping situation with a professional person who's trying to extort Savannah Guthrie. I don't think, unless her mama was some crazy wealthy woman, and this is an independent extraction of her own wealth from her kids. But Savannah Guthrie is the most public. She's probably the most wealthy. Obviously, she's in the center of giving the speech. So it makes me wonder, if this person was legitimately trying to extract something, they would be going after Savannah Guthrie, right? She has the most money. She has the most to put up on a chart. And it doesn't appear, if somebody's sending it to TMZ and random people and not to the actual person they want to extort, that this is some professionalized thing. I really do believe that we're going to find out that this wasn't. Now, I could be totally wrong, right? I haven't done a lot of kidnappings, or at least when I say done, not me. I'm saying I haven't worked a lot of kidnappings. I ain't never kidnapped nobody. Don't let nobody lie to you, say Brandon Taylor kidnapped. I'm too lazy to kidnap. I be forgetting what I'm doing half the time. So I ain't kidnapped nobody. But it just makes me wonder. I want us to think this through. I know a lot of emotions are involved in it. It's very interesting. I don't think that a real serious person will be sending a letter to TMZ and asking for Bitcoin. I think the person, if they're going to kidnap somebody, they're going to go right after the person they want. It's not going to be public. The person's going to have to make it public, but it's not going to be public. It'll be directed at the person that they want to extract money from. Also, let's get to this next clip. This is Donald Trump. Oh, I think this is just a clip pertaining to the investigation and whether or not there's other suspects outstanding. Roll it.
I mean, you're not sensing that the family or the son-in-law would be persons of interest or would have anything to do with the disappearance?
The sheriff has said plainly this morning in a statement in response to a lot of inquiries about certain names that were being talked about. The sheriff said in a statement, there are no suspects, there are no persons of interest at this time. On the other hand, he has also said that obviously we will talk to every member of the family, anybody who was close to Nancy Guthrie, anybody who had regular contact with her. And obviously, two very important witnesses in this would be the last people to see Nancy Guthrie. And we believe that the last people to see Nancy Guthrie were her daughter, Annie Guthrie, and Annie's husband, Tommaso. So obviously, they would be questioned by law enforcement in this case.
So, yeah, that just a little bit more context. Very interesting. I cannot wait for more information to come out. Just so you guys know, Donald Trump made a statement about it, but also when law enforcement knows something, they're not going to tell you. I want that to be very clear. Like a lot of people may think, well, they don't have any suspects. They're telling you they don't have any suspects because they don't want the actual suspects to know that they're on to them. If there's blood left at the scene, they can do a rapid DNA swab of that blood specimen, and they can find out whose DNA it is. And if there was anybody's DNA outside of Savannah's mom, Nancy, they'll know exactly who that person is immediately. And they already know this. We have the biggest and the best crime lab in the entire nation in Tucson, Arizona. If you ever go to Tucson, you can actually tour the lab. It has every gun ever created, even pin guns, that they can fire. They can test fire to match ballistics on any weapon that has ever been fired in the history of the United States of America. So it's one of the most innovative crime labs in the entire country. So if they have any DNA from the blood droppings, from the door handle, from anything that was touched, disturbed, moved, a computer, a cell phone, communication, metadata, they have access to all of that stuff. And I can almost guarantee you right now as we speak, the police department, the federal government know exactly who did this and where her mom's at. I guarantee they already know. This is like a sloppy situation. Let's play or at least show what Donald Trump had to say about the situation. Then we're going to move on to the SAVE Act because I'm running out of time, all right? And then Donald Trump says, I spoke with Savannah Guthrie and let her know that I am directing all federal law enforcement to be at the families and local law enforcement's complete disposal. Okay, immediately. The way he write this is so choppy. Anyway, we are deploying all resources to get her mother home safely. The prayers of the nation are with her and her family. God bless and protect Nancy, President Donald J. Trump. So Donald Trump had something to say about it. If you start using federal resources, they're going to find her mother.